Hi everyone, and welcome to another episode of The Gungeon. In The Gungeon, I'd like to thank everyone first for those likes, subscribes, and comments. If you continue to do that, that would be great. And also, if you can put it that you subscribe to my channel down in the comments below, it helps my channel tremendously. So today I'm going to talk about something that was another impulse buy of mine. I do this a lot, and my wife's about ready to kill me for it, but I think this is it for this year. Well, maybe not. So anyway, this was an impulse buy that I had walked in, and I've seen this before in different places, and it kind of reminded me of another manufacturer's weapon. I mean, not exactly, but it looked a little bit like it, even though the other manufacturer has a little bit more, amenities with it, a little things to go with it, a little added on extras, a little furniture extras and stuff. But for the price point, I could not go wrong with this whatsoever. So I had to purchase it. Well, here it is, everyone. It is the Citadel 22LR. Is this not cool or what? Let me put my glasses on so I can get a good look at everything here. But nice Picatinny rail, which you can see here. Capacity is a 10-round magazine, which here's a 10-round magazine. Also comes with a lock and the manual. So this was brand new in the pawn store, in one of my local pawn shops. And I thought it was actually really, really cool. So I had to end up purchasing it because it was just a cool gun. And like I said, it's a 22 LR. Capacity is 10 rounds. It's a great little plinking gun, and it just looked cool to me. And I've seen, actually watched a couple of videos on it, and you can actually add some things to it. It's actually got an 18-inch threaded barrel, as you can see here. The barrel is threaded. I'm going to move it over a little bit so you can see it is a threaded barrel, which is actually pretty cool. It's a lightweight, actually. It's very light. It's in its synthetic stock, which it looks pretty, it doesn't look bad whatsoever. I mean, very, very light though. And it's got a fiber optic, actually, front sight. And here's your rear sight, and it is adjustable, this rear sight here. So, it looked pretty cool to me. And as you can see, it's brand new. Can you believe that this is actually in a pawn shop? Now, I have not done any research on this gun. What I was actually looking at before, and I kind of was going to buy it, but the price point to this, when I tell you in a second, is completely different. I was looking at a Ruger Precision 22, and that was running right around, about $400 and some odd dollars. I think $449, or, it was somewhere around that range. That was at one of my local gun shops that I've checked a couple of times. But this Citadel is actually, it's a little thinner than the Ruger Precision, but it actually looks pretty cool. And as you can see, the fiber optic sights there look pretty neat. You have your rear sights on it, and it's got a little Picatinny rail here if you want to mount a scope, an optic, or something to that nature. Small little M-lock rail here. Not much for a buttstock. As you can see, it doesn't have very much of a buttstock on it. So, but the recoil on these are going to be hardly nothing. So, I couldn't go wrong. And like I said, these are the things that you can actually find in a pawn shop. And I found this in a local pawn shop, like I said, and it was on sale. I paid, everyone, $149 for this firearm. Came with the box, as you can see. The box here says Citadel on it. As you can see, came with the box and everything. So, and it came with everything inside of it. I could not, I couldn't go wrong. Little plinker gun. I had that 1022, that natural finish 1022 that I showed you in the last video. This looked a little bit more tactical for me. I'm going to look through it more. I'm going to fire it a few times, which I know it's going to be nothing. But it's a great little varmint gun, I would imagine. And like I said, it's very, very light. Great for a beginner firearm. If kind of like the 1022, if you want to, take your child, whatever it be, your 13-year-old, 14-year-old, hell, I started younger than that. But if you want to take them to shoot, or you want to take your wife to shoot, you can do it. So I can see that you can take this stock off here. I'm going to probably try to do that because I see a couple of screws on it. But as far as it's concerned, it's got a bilateral safety. So as you can see, not bad whatsoever. Your charging handle, which is right here. I've got it because I just about 3 or 4 hours ago purchased this firearm. So I haven't really went through it yet. I've seen these Citadels before, but I haven't paid attention. But when I walked in there and saw it brand new for $149, a few videos back, people were saying, they were looking at my wall behind me and they said, well, you know, we can't afford those firearms you have. But you can. If you walk into your local pawn shop like this one here that I went to, they actually have a gunsmith. So a lot of their firearms are not bad whatsoever, and some pawn shops do sell used firearms. I've seen, you know, different makes, different kinds. They had some new Tauruses inside of there, which, you know, to me is a fine firearm. They had a couple of Smiths in there, the 642 Airweights that were in there, which are great firearms too. And they had just a few different ones. They had a couple of Tokarevs in there, semi-automatic shotguns. So, I mean, when I saw this at $149, I couldn't believe it. So then I went online and I wanted to see just if I was getting a deal before I actually bought it, though. And Academy Sports and a couple of the other big name stores had them for over $200. Somebody had it for $229. Some had them for $249. I think the lowest I've seen was $219. So, I mean, you couldn't go wrong with $149 for this whatsoever. And a great little plinker, I could not go wrong. And it was lightweight, you know, and it's good for target shooting. And like I said, small varmint. So I'm going to give it a try and see exactly what can be done, you know, what I can do with it and what I can't. And, you know, Citadel isn't too bad, you know, at least I don't think it, I don't think it is myself. I've seen a couple of their other rifles that they have made, and they're not too bad at all. So I can't really say anything bad about it. I like that fiber optic front sight there, and, you know, you got that adjustable rear sight here. Which you can adjust it to any height by actually turning this left or turning it right. The little Picatinny rail up top so you can put your, you know, any kind of a scope you want on it, or a red dot sight or a green dot or the multi. But, you know, this is called the actual Tracker 22. I'm going to turn it around this way so you can actually see it. So this again is the Citadel Tracker 22 with a 10 round capacity. So 10 rounds, not bad for a plinker. I think I might buy another mag and have 2 mags with it, take it to the range, and I might change this out if I can. I'm gonna work on it a little bit and see what else I can do. I might put a little bit of a red dot on it, or you know, like that, and just do some little plinking at the range and see how far and what kind of groupings I can get out of this. I know everyone. I don't show you guys that I go to the range a lot because, in my opinion, there's so many other people that go to the range and show you these guns. And, you know, you've got great people, like I've mentioned in the past, Hickok 45, the guys from Classic Firearms, Clinton them, Pew Pew Tactical. I mean, you've got so many people who take you who go to the range, they fire these things, they show you what they're doing. Really, I don't have somebody to do that with. My wife's not too much into this, to me, you know, doing things, although I'm trying to buy some property so I can actually have an outdoor range, which I'm hoping to wrap that up by the end of this year if I can. Then I can do some more, you know, videoing out there and you know, stuff like that. But anyway, I thought I would show you this neat little find that I found at a pawn shop. So see, these are the things that you can find at pawn shops. You know, if you just look hard enough. I mean, I even saw in there, they had some Mossberg Shockwaves. They had some Mavericks, some Mossberg Maverick shotguns. Like I said, they had a bunch of different things in there, and the prices are phenomenal. And especially the reason why I buy from a couple of these pawn shops that I go to is because they have a gunsmith on site. And if you're buying a used firearm, of course this isn't used, it's brand new, you know, you want to make sure, at least the people that I deal with, they go through the firearms first when they take them in and make sure everything is right, make sure they look good, they clean them, they oil them, they test fire most of them. So I can't go wrong with these 2 pawn shops that 3 actually, that I really deal with. And I was just in town today and I said, you know what, let me just stop by and see what's available. And bam, there this was. And like I said, it a little bit reminds me of the Ruger Precision. I don't know if you guys feel the same way that I do, but it does remind me a little bit of the Ruger Precision. Very, very affordable. Heck, if you don't have anything, this is what you got. This is what you can get. You can't go wrong for $149. And actually, it was on sale. They told me they had 5 of them. This was the last one they had left. And like I said, I did some checking around, and I found them more expensive at different places. And they were out of stock at a lot of places, truthfully. Academy Sports was out of stock. Cabela's was out of stock. So they didn't really have any. So I got lucky to pick this up. And like I said, it was the last one. And the price point was perfect. So, I mean, you don't need to spend a whole lot of money, everyone, on firearms to have fun with it, or, to teach your son, your daughter, or your wife, whatever, what to shoot. And these would actually be, I'm going to check first, but this might be a pretty neat little distance gun. Let's see how far I can go with it and how much my groupings will be. And when I do fire it, I'll bring back, and show you what I did. I'm going to see if I can get somebody to go with me to the range. But anyway, tell me what you think. Ruger Precision, Citadel Tracker. Yeah, of course, the Ruger Precision is cool, but you know what? For the price point, $400 and some odd compared to $149, you can't go wrong. So there are deals out there, everyone. You just have to look for them. And I'm this type of person that I like to look for deals. If I can get a good deal and it's a neat little plinker to me and it's something that I don't have, which I have plenty of 22s, but I had to have this because it looked a little tactical to me, and it just looked really, really neat. So anyway, I'd like to thank everyone again for those likes, subscribes, and comments. If you continue to do that, that would be great. And also, if you can head over to my TikTok channel at TikTok, or however that works. I'm not even sure how that works. But anyway, www.tiktok.com/@Gungeon101. You'll be able to see some shorts that I actually do. Some really neat little things. I just went on a vacation about 2 weeks ago to Helen, Georgia, and I bought a few things. And if you want to look to my left right here, I bought myself I call it the revolver cane. Check it out. Looks pretty cool too. You can actually unscrew it, and there's an actual hidden gem inside. And that is this. So, I thought it was a neat little item. I didn't pay much for it, in a little town like Helen, Georgia, which if you get a chance, visit there. It's a neat little Swiss town that made it so it looks really cool. And, some of them, I think one of them is subscribed with Billy the Kid. And this is William Bonney is who this is. Billy the Kid. We all know that. So as you can see, I got Billy the Kid here, Billy the Kid on this side. But the detailing on it is actually really neat, and the cylinder actually does move. So, you can't go wrong. When you find cool little objects, I buy them as always, as you can see. And if you look on the gun wall up there, I actually, you can't see it from here, I'm sorry, so I can't really show it to you. But I bought a couple little things that I added to the gun wall, and I'm going to be adding a few more firearms to the gun wall here shortly. So be prepared. There'll be some other stuff that you will be able to see. So anyway, I'd like to thank everyone again for those likes, subscribes, and comments. If you can continue to do that, that would be wonderful. Peace out from the Gun Zone. Have a great day.